Hey guys, Chris and Joy here for more styling, beauty, DIY tips and tricks. I'm in my backyard because spring is here, and what perfect way to celebrate Easter than having a dinner party outside. We get extra light and it's got like the perfect setting because it's at my house and I love my house. Right? So today I'm going to be showing you how to do a Easter tablescape with just an extra flair. So sticking to the traditional pastels, but a little you know what I'm saying? When I'm doing any kind of party, I like to consider 3 F's. 1, the face. What's the aesthetic that I'm going to go for? Is it going to be outside, inside? What's the colors? Is it going to be white or is it going to be bold, bright, beautiful colors? That's kind of what I take in consideration when I'm planning. Next, the food. Always have a list of what you want and then the recipes to back it up so that you're just organized, because when a party happens, it is extremely hard to get it together. Many of my friends know I'm always cooking in the kitchen. Thank God my husband makes the cocktails, so I'm able to do that. Really good to plan ahead and make sure that you know what you're going to be serving. And last, just fun. What kind of fun things that I could incorporate, whether it's a confetti fight with eggs or is it a table topics with a bunch of questions everyone can ask and engage with each other. While we're doing our tablescape for Easter, there are going to be 5 different steps. The first thought is a foundation. So we picked outside, right? And now we're working on our table because that's what we're doing, a tablescape. The foundation to me is going to be your tablecloth, your runners, your fabrics. What are you using? For this, I like to do layers. So you can see here I have a tablecloth, just a plain white tablecloth, and then I found this awesome rad piece of fabric at Hobby Lobby. The thing that I love about this fabric is it's staying with the pastels of Easter, yet it's totally taking a quirky spin to it with the pineapples and the pink and white polka dots. I love it because it's interesting, but yet still staying traditional in the same sense. You know, guys, I'm over the bunny. The bunny, bye-bye, the bunny. It's time for a twist for not only Easter, but even spring. This could be a spring table. It doesn't have to necessarily be Easter. You'll see some little bonuses why it's kind of Eastery. So we got the tablecloth basic layer, then we have the awesome fabric that makes it quirky. Next I have this, and I made an inner layer for the table. It's kind of got that straw-like effect, which is really working with the texture of what a pineapple would feel like. So it's just adding different elements, and that is a $3 mat. It doesn't hurt. So a little extra goes a long way, and that to me adds a little more depth to the table, because depth is key for tables. Next, we're gonna get to place settings. Place settings are great. They are gonna make things personal, and everyone feels special because they all have their own place at the table. So when you're thinking of place setting, make sure that there's enough space between each guest. That's one thing. You wanna make it interesting. You can do a very pretty, simple table with just a couple plates and napkins all put together, and everyone just like has a community and grabs and goes. But we are specific with this design. You can mix match plates, and that's a great idea. If you have blues, stick it with some greens or maybe some whites. Get creative in what you're doing with the layers of plates. You might not use a plate, but it's nice to have one there because it looks pretty. You can always take it away and serve the main course. This is kind of a more formal setting, but yet not because it's outside. Okay, because I'm going with this like earthy pineapple Easter theme outside, I decided to get a charger that was a wood-like. So I found these at Hobby Lobby and they were on sale. Whoop. Anything on sale is a whoop, you know what I'm saying? So I've got that. That's gonna be my first layer to my place setting. And then like I said, I do it a bunch of plates even if I don't use it, but there is gonna be a small plate I'm gonna add. There's a reason behind it. So then I have my one plate, add on the next plate, add on a pretty cute plate, just like so. You're gonna add a water glass. I always think it's important if you have different kind of drinks to have water for your guests. So we have our water glass. And then comes the silverware. So I did a different thing, a little twist to napkin and silverware, this bad boy. So I did that old school fan-like, and then I attached the fork to it. So I'm gonna lay that to the side here. So that adds some interest on this side of the plate because there's a lot going on with glasses on this side of the plate. Then I add my knife goes with the blade towards the plate, and then my spoon. And I'm gonna show you here how I did that awesome fork. So you start off with a napkin like this, and then you're going to fold it like so. Remember the old school fan style? That's what you're gonna do. Just back and forth, just like this. So now you have a fan like this. You're going to fold it in half like so. You're just gonna add this clear hair tie, spread your wings, slide your fork right inside there, and you just fan it out. You can pull this down, and there you go. So now let's just finish up the table. Keeping in mind that you want to space it out for each guest. next thing is going to be lighting. Lighting is key to every party. It makes you feel a part of something. But whether it's outside or inside, just make sure it's the right kind. When I have dinner parties at night outside, I make sure I string some patio lights just to give a glow to everyone's face. But in the day, like we have the sunshine, it's bright and beautiful, we don't need it, but I might add a couple candles just for ambiance. Inside, you want to make sure that everything's on dimmer. My husband is king of putting in dimmers for me because he knows it warms my heart. Definitely a love language for sure. So when you have lighting at a party, you want to make sure that it's on point and people are looking good, because A, for photographs, and B, just to feel good. It's a good sense of warmth without like a fire log. The next is going to be floral, some kind of living plant, whether it's a fruit, roses, peonies, hydrangeas, or if it's a plant. You can go from a fern to succulents. Any of these things are really lovely to add to a table. I love adding like kale to an arrangement, or using pineapple for a container. Repurposing things and using them outside the box is always great, but bring something living to the table. It adds just another level of life. We all like life, right? And last is going to be a personal touch. Personal touch just make people feel like they were invited because of intention. That when you put their name tag on the place setting, it makes them think, hey, it wasn't a last minute decision. You actually wanted me here at the party. And doing little DIYs just adds a little touch, making it look more of, not a store-bought, though I'm all about that. It's definitely more convenient, but it adds this like little bit of extra touch that says that you care and that this was an exciting event for you. So a personal touch is definitely a thumbs up, the cherry on top, a round of applause, you name it, that's what it is. Right now, we're gonna head to the kitchen and start doing some of those DIYs to make this beautiful table that's already set look even more spectacular. Could that even be possible? Sure can. So let's get started on the eggshell and succulent. It's going to look like this. Oops, this. Cute, right? Okay, so you see how we got these shells already prepared. I'm gonna show you how to do it right here before you put the succulents in. I actually went with just a natural egg. You could do this with dyed eggs, it'd be really cool. So you wanna just get something sharp. I got one of those sewing pickers to make the hole. You're gonna go on the bottom first. Balance the egg in your hand and then push from up top. There you go. Okay, and you're just gonna create a little hole like this. You're gonna tear some of this off because that will help make the egg bottom stable. Remove the egg. Now if you make a smaller hole, that's how you would do a confetti egg. So you're doing the top part. And the good part about both these, if you mess up, it's okay. The bigger, like, look, that's a big hole, but it works with the succulent, you'll see. What I like to do is there's like a white membrane. I just like to take that out as well. It's emptied out, you might want to rinse it first. And now we're gonna fill the eggs with some succulents and wrap up this DIY. So we got all our 6 shells ready to roll. Now we bring in some succulents. What you wanna do is get some of the soil in the bottom so that's able to stay up. Pick apart your succulent. And then you're gonna add just a little bit more soil on top. This is a fun little set as well. You see how they come in like little threes? The 2 different types is fun because then it changes up the look of everything. All right, voila. So I'm gonna add some water and then this part is done. Whoop, you did it, good job. Okay, off to the next. Pineapple candlesticks. Simple, easy, it's gonna look on point. These are called candle picks. You can get them online. I put the link below. They're amazing. And then I just have some IKEA candles that I got in bulk because I use candles all the time. And 2 pineapples. The great thing about pineapples, they stand on their own, just like so. A simple DIY. You're gonna take your pick. You're gonna just push it down, just like that. It goes into, you do it on the other one, just like that. You stick your candle in, just like that. And then you stick your other candle in, just like that. Next, we're gonna do our coaster / drink cover. After, you can use it as coasters around your house because it's pretty cool and it works. Let's get coasting. What you're gonna need is a piece of plywood that comes in a circular fashion. It's about 2.5 to 3 inches. Then you're gonna need scissors, fake grass, you're gonna need a hot glue stick and a pen. So what you wanna do is you're gonna flip it over and then trace the pattern of the wood. You are going to cut out your circle, just like so. Okay. Glue the thing. Some hot glue gun. Ooh, it's hot. Oh yeah, hot tamale. Woo, woo, woo. And then you're just gonna place this right on top, like so. And voila, you have your coaster. What I did here, I had a wooden board. Just like this, same concept, traced it out, and now I have a platter I can put stuff on. As you can see, I used it for these delicious homemade deviled eggs. The recipe is in the link below. Check out that next video. It's kind of a southern twist I came up with. Next, we're gonna do a pineapple arrangement. I know that sounds like you're thinking I'm using the fruit as it. No, I'm gonna use the base as my vase, and then I'm gonna use succulents to make a really beautiful arrangement inside. Use a pineapple again. What I would do is just cut it off the head just like so, okay? So you have a pineapple, you have a knife, you want a bowl for your fruit, and then you have a spoon if you need to dig it out, and then some succulents, because we're doing a succulent thing here. You just use the head of that and make this part of it, which I think is super cute as well. This can stand on its own, so we're good here. Cut into it just in a circular fashion, like so. Okay? If you cut at an angle, you can get a layer of it out. Okay? There's one little bit. But now we have a big plant, so we want to make sure that's good, nice and deep. So what I like to do is just kind of, if I have to spoon some of it out, I spoon it out. Okay, and get this last little bit out. That core is just a beast. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got. Pour out the last of your juice. And then I would do this day of, so nothing rots. Okay. And it works perfectly. And there is a beautiful centerpiece. You could always add in more succulents into the space. And just make it nice and full, just like so. How pretty is that? Come on now. That's a pretty mother. Last, we're gonna do the champagne flute that's personalized. Let's get to that. So first you're gonna print on vellum the name or initials, unless you have fantastic handwriting. I don't, so that's why that's happening. You want a piece of vellum for your stamp because you want whatever's behind it to show through on the stamp. So you just wanna stamp your paper like so. Hold it down for a good bit. Voila. Then I just cut out my pineapple, and then I cut out just initials. So you're gonna get double-sided tape. I put it on front side of the letters. You can see how it's coming through, right? Like that. And then I take double-sided tape again. There you go. There's one of the glasses. Okay, we are through with the DIYs. Now let's go add that last personal touch to the table so that it looks like perfection. We'll go back to lighting. Let's add the candles. So you see here the candle and floral. We put the pineapple in the middle, just giving it ground, and you can still see at eye level. If I'm sitting here, I can still see across the table. So we have that. And then we'll stick one candle over here at this end, and one candle over here at this end. Okay, and we're leaving room in between so that you can actually put food and platters and stuff like that. Remember these guys? Oh yeah. We're gonna put these on the table. So we can stick this right here. You could put the eggs on here, and so we've got our floral down, which I think it looks fantastic. And then next, let's add those coasters that we made. Remember the coasters? They hide stuff. So you could do it two ways. You could do it this way, or you could do it this way. But let's stick it under just for now. Just to let you know a little tidbit on etiquette, when you are at a table and you're figuring out what plate's mine, what drink's mine, if you do this, do two okay side. The one that looks like a B, which probably looks like a D to you, and the one that looks like a D, it's D for drink, B for bread plate. So just kind of, you can put it under the table and go BD, BD, BD. Something like that. Anyways, that's just a little bonus. We're almost done, and now let's get those glasses. Looks like my waitressing skills have come back to haunt me, in a good way that is. When you're setting out the place cards or champagne place cards, you want to make sure that you're sitting people next to people that play well together. So do it beforehand, think about it, be intentional so that everyone has a great time. The hostess, who will go in and out of the kitchen, should be at the end of the table so she can get up and have access to get the things that her guests might need. Okay, so I'll be here at the end. over here at the other head of the table so he can be the story time teller. Now we're just gonna add those beautiful eggs that we made that just make it pop. Remember, they're delicate, so you might wanna just be very careful taking them out. How cute is that? You remember me talking about those little plates? Yeah, the reason is when they eat, you wanna just let them have this to take away the egg because it has dirt on it and you don't want them getting on anything. So let's just keep adding those cute little succulent eggs around the table. Make sure you check out my other videos where it has a bunch of recipes that go along great for Easter brunch. Okay guys, we're winding it up. It's looking quite lovely. So we got everything in its place, from the foundation to the place setting to the lights to the floor and those beautiful personal touch. We're gonna add one last touch. At one, it's gonna add color to the table, and two, it's gonna be delicious, if you know what I mean. We have these lovely clear glasses with the pineapple on it, with the vellum, so anything we put in here will be see-through. What I was thinking is let's put a little cocktail. I should give it a whirl before everyone gets here and make sure it tastes just right. So you're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of blood orange soda. And now we open up this bad boy, which is a Prosecco. I love Prosecco because it's a little drier than champagne. It's just my personal favorite, unless you have expensive champagne, and then that's fantastic. But it goes a little, ready? That's the perfect sound. Am I right? And then we just top this bad boy off with some Prosecco. Look how beautiful it is with the sun shining. And then we have these gorgeous, I mean, look at that, just beautiful edible flowers. You want to toss one of these suckers in like so, and it is a beautiful masterpiece. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's really good. Happy Easter, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. It's so important. Do it for Jesus because it's his big day that he makes his appearance. And you can just subscribe because you're supporting one of his people. That makes sense. And also, it's just my birthday, and that would be the best birthday present ever if everyone subscribed and then they got their friends to subscribe and then everybody in the world subscribed. Woo! Thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.